Update 2.2 is here and has introduced some new toys for 10 lucky heroes. Some of these are completely new weapons that can be unlocked simply by getting the unit to 5 stars, and others are just new weapon Refinery upgrades you can obtain for some divine dupe. In this video, I'm going to briefly cover each new weapon / upgrade and give a few thoughts about what they mean for each hero. Starting with Hoshidan, she gets access to the wing sword at 5 stars. You just need SP to unlock it. It comes with 16 might, and I should mention that all of these weapons are preferred / legendary weapons, meaning they cannot be inherited by any other hero. The wing sword is an upgrade over her usual armor slayer, and it now grants effectiveness against both cavalry and army units. Just like Micaiah, dual effectiveness is pretty nice, especially since Hoshidan's base attack is quite low. If you decide to refine the wing sword, it basically gets the same effect as Flashing Blade, meaning if Hoshidan's speed stat is 1 point higher than her opponent's, then she will get special cooldown charge +1 when she makes an attack. This is a nice upgrade because Hoshidan does have a decent speed stat, which can be invested in. I don't think wing sword is going to make Hoshidan super crazy, but it's definitely an upgrade for her overall. Next we have Hinoka, who gets HINOKA'S spear. It has 16 might and grants +4 attack and speed during combat if an infantry or flyer ally is within 2 spaces of her. Now this is nice because it's a decent way to separate her from the many Brave Lance flyers we already have. If you refine HINOKA'S spear, it gets a similar effect to guidance. Instead of working for armor units, this effect allows infantry and flyers within 2 spaces to move next to Hinoka. I love guidance, so seeing this type of effect is really cool. Hinoka can take her role as a Hone Flyer's captain and provide even more mobility for her flyer allies. The standard Brave Lance may be powerful on offense, but Hinoka's spear provides some neat utility that can't be underestimated. Raven gets Basilikos and is a 16 might axe with special cooldown -1. Pretty simple, and we've seen this effect on many weapons like Hot Declare. If you refine Basilikos, things get a little more crazy. This weapon upgrade adds on the same effect as Life and Death, meaning Raven sacrifices 5 defense and resistance, but gains 5 attack and speed. Raven was already not the greatest on defense, and Basilikos is ready to min-max him even further. If you aren't familiar with Raven, he sits with a neutral 34 attack and 35 speed at 5 stars. That is an incredibly good offensive spread, and you can even give him skills like Death Blow, Life and Death, or Fury to boost his offense even further. I actually have a plus attack Raven, minus speed sadly, but I'm curious to see how he performs without a Brave Axe. For the last new weapon, Felicia gets FELICIA'S plate. It has 14 might, which is nice for daggers, and has the same standard silver dagger debuff of -7 defense and resistance after combat. The newer effect on her plate is that it calculates damage using the lower of an opponent's defense or resistance, meaning this is the exact same as the upgraded Dragon Breath skills and is really awesome for Felicia. Her low attack meant she barely scratches units with decent defense, but now she will be able to do decent damage if they have a low resistance stat. If you haven't upgraded Dragon Breath, then you know how good this effect can be. Refining Felicia's plate grants her special cooldown charge +1 if the foe is using magic, I assume only referring to tomes. This is similar to Steady Breath, however it also allows Felicia to get that +1 to special charge if she makes an attack against a mage as well. If she runs Glacies, that means that after 2 actions in battle with a mage, Felicia will have Glacies charged. I haven't used Felicia much myself, but I do have an plus attack one sitting around, and I think I'm going to sacrifice a few feathers to 5-star her. Now we have the new legendary weapon upgrades, so these are only obtained in the weapon refinery with Divine Dew. Zephio's X-Axe, I don't know how to say it, gets a stronger threat and defense effect that funnily does not work against dragons. Its new effect is simply just distant defense, setting Zephio up to run double distant defense and distant counter if you wish. Zephio is quite tanky already, so that is nice. It's a nice add-on if you like using him. Sometimes simple effects are the best. Next up we have Marth, whose Falchion gets his own upgrade. It grants +2 to all stats for allies within 2 spaces of him. Think of it like a Drive Spectrum skill. This can make Marth a nice supportive ally, and you can tack on even more supportive buffing skills to aid him in his role. He doesn't get any combative power, but he can now work as a nice support unit. I should also mention Falchion's renewal effect is bumped up, so now it heals every other turn, which is nice. LUCINA, CHROM, and Masked Marth all get the same upgrade for their Falchions. Along with the boosted renewal effect, they receive +4 to all stats during combat if they are next to an ally. This is essentially how the bond skills work, and you can see it's the same icon. So unlike Marth, these 3 buff themselves, indeed proving that their bonds give them strength. This will be a good upgrade if you can have your units fight together. Last we have Alm, and if you've played Shadows of Valentia, you'll recognize his new effect. If Alm starts battle with 100% HP and initiates, he gets to attack twice in a row, similar to how a Brave weapon works. He does not get a guaranteed follow-up like how Ephraim's Sigmund works. This double attack is similar to his double Lion skill from Shadows of Valentia, which was pretty darn strong. He also loses 5 HP after using it, so he will need Falchion's healing or need some help from someone else to keep using it. I think this is a nice upgrade and pairs somewhat well with his Windsweep skill if he can proc it. It also means he can obliterate dragons with 2 attacks, although I'm not sure how he fares against the blue ones. It's nice to see the skill for Alm, and I like how it parallels Celica's Ragnarok effect. Overall, Alm gets a lot of power if he starts a fight, and he gets the most help to combat against the powerful dragon units because of that brave weapon effect and Falchion's usual effectiveness toward dragons. So that's it for the new weapons, and I'm sure some players are gonna love these new skills for their favorite heroes. Personally, I think Felicia is someone to watch out for now, and out of the Falchion upgrades, I think Alm's is the strongest just because it helps him deal with dragons. He is still quite a rare unit to get, but if you have him and don't have good dragon counters, Alm may be worth looking into. Tell me your guys' favorite new weapon or weapon upgrades in the comments. Remember that tomorrow starts the daily Grand Hero battle rotation, so if you missed them before, you want to keep an eye out for these free units. Also, the tap battle game mode is tomorrow as well, and I'm excited to see just what it is. I wonder if there will be any surprise rewards worth getting. If you don't care about those, then the new banner is also coming out tomorrow, and boy are there some crazy new units and skills on this one. That's it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.